All right, welcome back. I hope you're having an amazing time so far. Our next speaker is Dries Depoorter. He is an artist. Please join me in welcoming Dries to our virtual stage.
Hello. Yeah, thanks for inviting me. I will give a 25-minute presentation about my work I'm doing as an artist. My work is about privacy, surveillance, social media, and also machine learning. I will give a quick introduction about myself, like the first project I ever done, and then I will talk about recent projects and also give you a small hint in what's next. So it's actually, since 5 years, it's my full-time job as working as an artist. And every project has like their own small business plan, but you will see it in this presentation. So yeah, actually the first project I ever done was called 24hourssoundwave.com. And that's actually a website. It's a website with an audio file of 24 hours. And I recorded this with a professional sound recorder that was mounted to my belt. And it recorded my whole day. So it recorded conversations with my friends, conversations with my mother. Also, when I was sleeping, that I placed that online on this website, 24hourssoundwave.com. You can listen back to the audio file, but some parts are deleted, like parts that are private for me, like that conversation with my mom, that conversation with my friend. I deleted those parts, and you're not able to listen to them, but you're able to buy them. And the price tag I give it is not based on the length, but it's based on the amount of value that I give this audio file, the amount of privacy I give to. So it was really interesting to think about how I give this pieces of audio a price tag. And I did this back in 2012. And I did a lot of other projects where I was selling my own kind of privacy. Later, I made a project called Tinderin. I made it in 2015, and it's actually existing out of 10 photo frames, and each photo frame exists out of 2 profile pictures of the same person. One is from Tinder and the other one is from LinkedIn. And I placed them next to each other. I placed this project on my website, and actually the project went viral. Important to know is that I didn't blur the faces. I didn't ask for permission, and the project really blew up. So a lot of big, major blogs did an article about this. Even lawyers discussed this project. A year later, LG copied this project. Like they stole the concept. Like this is exactly like you see the white borders. It's exactly the same. They didn't ask for permission to use my concept, and this is a bit like the credit list. They won a few advertising awards with this, and I was a bit like kind of pissed, and I sent them an invoice of 10,000 euro to use my ID. They didn't react on it, but they blocked me on social media. Actually, after this project, because of the press attention, I got many requests to make new works for exhibitions, galleries, media art festivals. And at the time, I was really into IP cameras that are connected to the internet. And some of them, they don't have a password. And I made a lot of art projects with this. One is called Jaywalking. It's an interactive installation, and it looks like this. It exists out of 3 big buttons, 3 screens. And on the 3 displays, you see those open cameras somewhere in the world. And actually, I made software to detect if people are jaywalking. So jaywalking means when you cross the road and it's red. In a lot of countries, that's illegal. So the software is checking if there's a red light. If there's a red light, it will check if someone is crossing the road. If it sorry, if it detects a jaywalker, it will ask the visitor of the exhibition this question: would you like to report the jaywalker? The visitor then can presses the emergency button, and it will send an email to the closest police station when a visitor presses this button. Hi, somebody just jaywalked at, and then the address of the camera by. This is how the email looks like. And in attachment, you have an, um, an image of the person that is jaywalking. Seattle crime cams. I made this after jaywalking frames. After jaywalking, I will be really short about this, but this is. It looks like this. Seattle has a lot of cameras, open cameras, but crazy thing is the police is also sharing the location of the latest police caller. And this installation was trying to show you real-time crime in Seattle. It shows the closest police, it shows the closest cameras around the location of the latest police caller. And you also hear live police police radio. So this was Seattle crime cams. Actually, to come back, after I finished jaywalking, I made a following project, and it is called Jaywalking Frames. It's a wall of 22 meters of more than 1,000 photo frames of people that are jaywalking from all over the world. So all those frames are unique, and you can watch them in an exhibition, and you can buy them also. And the price you pay for each jaywalker is the same as the fine in that country. So, for example, I mean, at this time, the money doesn't go to the police; it goes to me as an artist. And you can also buy them in my web shop. So, if someone is jaywalking and there's an open camera pointed to it, then it will end up in my web shop. This is a bit the software. I'm a huge fan of Python. And this is my web shop. At the time, I also made surveillance speaker. I will be really short about this. It's actually more about computer vision. It's actually a speaker and a camera mounted to each other, and it can move. It can rotate, and the speaker is saying what the camera is seeing. And I always update it to the latest computer vision software. Or new machine learning tools. And this was in an exhibition, this image was in an exhibition of in Eindhoven. And there was pretty funny anecdotes. So I installed it, and there was like a twin walking around the camera. And the camera was saying, I see a girl taking a selfie in the mirror. So I thought it was a really poetic moment. It makes mistakes, but sometimes the mistakes are really beautiful. And every sentence starts with I see, and then it will describe what the camera is seeing. For example, in this image, it can say like, I see a white room full of people. Like it makes this kind of sentences. If it's not sure, if it's less than 50% sure, it will say, I think I see, and then it will describe the location where it is. I started my career as an artist with a lot of internet projects. One is Punch Money, and I made a small video about this. So let's have a look here.
In 2012, Andrew Shannon seriously damaged a Claude Monet masterpiece hanging in the National Gallery of Ireland by punching it in front of stunned art lovers. In December 2014, the story made international headlines again as he was sentenced to 5 years in prison for his actions. This shocking act of violence drew mixed reactions on the internet. While most agreed that attacks on artwork were terrible, some felt strangely attracted to the surprising and unusual incident. We have to admit, we shared this fascination. Introducing punchamonet.gallery, a browser-based 3D game where you can virtually punch a Monet painting. Visitors find themselves in a gallery space similar to the National Gallery of Ireland. Players are given 2 controls, moving and punching, so they can walk up to the virtual Monet and punch it until it's completely destroyed. As the painting is repeatedly punched, a running tally adds up the dollar value of the damage being done. The simulation clearly struck a nerve on the internet. Tens of thousands of people chose to experiment with violence against art, resulting in a total of 200,000 players after the first week. More than 50,000 people shared the project on social media. For some, virtually punching a priceless artwork was cathartic, a chance to explore a taboo behavior without doing any real damage. The project was featured on a number of important creative and art outlets, and by prominent gaming websites such as Kotaku, Killscreen, and Game Trailers. Try it now at punchmonet.gallery.
So Punch Gallery was really one of my first projects that made a lot of attention. And I started doing more like those internet projects. One is called Non-Views. I spent half an hour on it. And a lot of people install it. It's actually a Chrome extension, and it changes the YouTube number in this. Like people that didn't watch the YouTube video. So it checks the amount of people that are in the world minus the people that watched the movie or the video on YouTube. This Airbnb hosted online. This is about a privacy issue, security issue with Airbnb. So this is using data from Airbnb. So it's a game. And you see one room of an Airbnb, image of Airbnb, and you need to guess the host of the room. All the data is coming from Airbnb servers, so there's nothing scraped. You were able to select the city where you want to play this game. Airbnb was not really happy with this, so they sent us some angry emails. Yeah, so the project is offline. Yeah, this was another project called Scratchy Kits. It's a Scratchy Kit where you can win up to 25,000 fake followers. And you can actually really win them. It's €1 for those scratch tickets. Let's start selling them in my web shop. But then I had a lot of requests to make it to show it in exhibitions, and I made this. Those are big vending machines where I start selling those scratch tickets. Most of the time they end up in galleries or in exhibition spaces. But also now they end up in those Instagram museums. I mean, Instagram places where you can take a lot of beautiful pictures with nice backgrounds. And some organizations are also asking my work. I think that's beautiful because it's, I mean, I think it fits the location. But I think it's always clever to ask this work as an organization or organizing those Instagram museums. Recently, I made Quick Fix. It's also a following up project of the Scratchy Kits, and it's a vending machine where you can buy them instantly. I made a small video about this.
That makes it possible to buy likes or followers in just a few seconds. This is how it works. Choose your product. Pay the cost. Enter your Instagram username and you're done. You will have the likes or followers delivered in just a few seconds. Check your phone and start celebrating success. Quick Fix. Influencers love it.
Yeah, so this is Quick Fix. You can buy likes and followers in a few seconds. All the accounts, I made the accounts by myself, and it's really hard to do. So, I mean, you need you need real telephone numbers. All the images need to be unique, and it's a bit of a war between me and Instagram. To generate all those fake accounts, and then if you have all those accounts, you need to automate them. So if someone is ordering, it just likes or follows you. That's what's happening in the machine. This is a bit inside. I love to build these cases for my machines, and this is the electronics inside. love to work in Python, and I'm a big fan of Raspberry Pi. So this is quick fix. Everything is saved in a database also, the orders that I get. It was showed in a pretty awesome exhibition, the Glass Room of Mozilla. It's an exhibition about privacy, and they have really awesome work where you can show it. Normally I give 200 likes during a presentation. I can do it now with a random post on Instagram. So let me go to Instagram. I opened this. This is like where you, yeah, the Explorer page where you have and I typed in cats. So let's give a cat. Let's make a cat. We will give them 200 extra likes. So now I have 1 like. I just now copy the Instagram page, and I made a small. I made software that is actually doing the same as quick fix. So now I copy paste here the link, and now it will start giving those likes. Let's refresh it. Now it has 1 like, and then in a few minutes it will grow. Actually, I also built in. Let me go back to the Instagram page. It's also not something that is happening in my browser here right now. You can go to the link. I just refresh it. It still has 1 Instagram like, but it will grow slowly. So maybe we can go back later. I will talk about another project, and then we check the post and see if it gets the 200 likes. So yeah, let's try it out in a few. So it's doing exactly the same as quick fix. I made a small selection of recent work with machine learning. Actually, my first project about machine learning was trophy camera. And trophy camera it doesn't look like a camera, but it's a photo camera. And it's a photo camera that can only make award-winning pictures. And it's trained on the World Press photo. So if you take a photo with it, it will say the percentage, how much it looks like a World Press photo. If it looks more than 90% as a World Press photo, it will upload it to a dedicated website. And people can try it out in exhibitions. This is a bit in my studio. Yeah, again, there's a Raspberry Pi 0 here inside. And the calculation doesn't happen. I mean, processing doesn't happen on the Raspberry Pi, but it happens on the server. So it's always connected to the internet, and it has it's like, for example, I tested out. So if you take a picture and the text war or child or a man or adult, you will have a higher chance to get those 90%. So this is trophy camera. This is a bit inside. I try to make everything by myself. I recently updated. So now we have 2 cameras. I made it a bit look more professionally inside. This is, yeah, I just recently updated a bit. And I made it together with Max Pinkers. He's a professional photographer here in Belgium. Yeah, again, I love making those cases for my work. Otherwise, it gets damaged during traveling. But this is, so on the back you see a red button, and you take a photo, you press the button, and then it will show what it sees, and then it will give you a percentage. Currently, the 2 cameras are in Switzerland, and one is now traveling to Qatar. This is another work I made, I think in 2015, and it started with discovering a service of Microsoft. And Microsoft has a service where you, yeah, it is an API where you can detect celebrities in images. So the input is an image, and then it will say who's the celebrity in the image. And I was like, okay, who is using, which companies are using those? I mean, this service. And I made then surveillance paparazzi, and it's checking cameras in, again, those open cameras that doesn't have a password, that are connected to the internet, or they have a standard password. And it's constantly checking for celebrities in those images. So first it tries to find a face. If it finds a face, it will use this service of Microsoft to detect a celebrity. And my goal with this project is to really find a celebrity. It already has a few results, but there are all false positives. So one exists also two displays. One is showing the results, and one is showing the scanning process. And let's go to the results. Those are a few. Those are all false positives. If it finds a celebrity, it will check them on Wikipedia and show the first sentence of Wikipedia also, and it gets the image from Wikipedia also. Those are, yeah, I think this is even a camera in a doorbell in New York. And some are like really looking like the real celebrity. Let's go back to the Instagram posts. Second, let's go back to our cats, and wow, okay, now it has more than 230 likes. So yeah, that's how easy it is to fake those numbers today on social media, and that's what Quick Fix is doing. To finish off this presentation, I will talk about my first app that I made. It's completely something else, but it's my app is called Die With Me. And Die With Me is an app which you can only use when you have less than 5% battery. If you have less than 5% battery, you can start talking to other people having less than 5% battery on their phone. And it's a chat room. It's one public chat room. You see each other's battery status. I mean, I made this together with David Suprenat, and it's in the Apple App Store and on Android. And it was just amazing to build it and then to see how people use it. The project went directly viral. It was my income for a long time. And it was really great to see people that using it, and we even ending up in the #1 in the Apple App Store in the category paid. And it was really awesome to see just people using this crazy app. We got a lot of copies, a lot of people trying to copy us. Last date, this is like a copy between Tinder and Die With Me. But yeah, this was Die With Me. At the start of Corona, I made 24-hour sunrise sunset. This is a device, and it again using those open surveillance cameras, and it's trying to show you something positive. I really have here at the start of Corona, just want to show something positive with those cameras. And this device is showing only sunrises and sunsets happening somewhere in the world real time with open cameras. And this is the device. This is inside. I love to make my own PCB and electronics. And yeah, I have a few seconds left here. This is Short Life, and Short Life is a clock, and it's a clock showing the percentage of your life that is already completed, and is based on your life expectancy in your country. And I sell it in my web shop also. So that's also part of how I make money as an artist. I sell, like, Die With Me is €1 app. This is I sell this in my web shop. Yeah, this this was actually my talk. Let's stop here. And if you have any questions, please hit me up on social media. So, and thanks for listening.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing with us. This has definitely been a really thought-provoking presentation, and I know this virtual audience is going wild with virtual applause. Thank you again for sharing with us today.
Yes.
For the audience, it's time for you to make your way to your next session. Along the way, make sure you accept your connection request and take some time to check out our awesome exhibits. Thanks so much, and we'll see you around.